Yo, gentle gamers. After reaching 50 stars in H2H, I decided to break down my next match step by step, so you guys can understand exactly how I play at this level and how I got here. So if you're trying to improve your H2H gameplay, just stay tuned and follow closely. You'll definitely learn something from this, so let's get into it. And this was my opponent, and he was already above 50 stars too. And this was his team. He was using the 3-5 deformation, and bro was already sitting at 88 stars. And yeah, this was my team. I was the away team, so he kicked off first. Now, I hope you guys see what I'm doing here, because this is something I've always done in H2H. Whenever my opponent kicks off at the start of the match, I don't rush my players forward trying to win the ball immediately. Instead, I stay patient and let him bring the ball to me. Why? Because that's one of the best ways to stay in control at the beginning of a match. The moment you start dragging players out of position chasing the ball, you're already creating gaps for your opponent to exploit. So don't scatter your team trying to win possession in the first few seconds. Stay compact, stay solid, block the passing lanes, and wait for your opponent to come to you. Let him be the one taking the risks first. Also, if you notice what I've been doing here, I'm only using the joystick. I'm not pressing the sprint and tackle button at all. The best way to move your players, cover spaces, and stay in position is by using the joystick only. Holding the sprint and tackle button makes your players overcome it and can pull them out of position. But with just the joystick, your movements are smoother and you can react much faster to whatever your opponent does. That's why I'm able to cover the passing lanes and keep my shape without rushing into tackles. Now in defending, focus on blocking the space between the player with the ball and the potential receiver instead of rushing for the tackle. Focus on covering space and passing lanes. That way, you force your opponent to change his plan and look for another option. You can see here, I didn't use the sprint and tackle button or rush for the ball even once. Instead, I focused on blocking his options and staying in position. He kept looking for a way through, tried different passes, and then I won the ball. Now all I need during this attack is patience and making the right passes. So I'm just moving the ball around, waiting for the right opening, and looking for the safest option every time. Now why did I lose the ball here? Let's find out. After receiving the ball, I didn't really have any close passing options. These two players weren't free, and there was a high chance any pass to them would have been intercepted. The only guaranteed free option was the player further back, which means I should have simply reset the attack and passed backwards. But instead, I decided to force it. And honestly, this is what 90% of players do. They force things when there's no opening. You can clearly see here that there's no realistic way through these defenders, unless I'm depending on pure luck, and that's not how you should play. So I forced the skill move, lost possession, and gave the ball away. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with passing backwards. A lot of players think every pass must move forward, but sometimes one simple backward pass creates a completely new attack and opens up space somewhere else on the pitch. So take note of this. If the attack isn't there, reset it. Don't force it. And when defending, focus on covering space instead of rushing into tackles. That way, you're less likely to get dribbled and pulled out of position. And when building up, try releasing the sprint button and be patient on the ball. And guys, we're back in a similar situation again. This time, I remembered the lesson from earlier. Instead of forcing my way through his defenders, I decided to recycle the attack and move backwards. As I was doing that, one of his defenders started chasing me, and I noticed my cam making a run into the space that defender had left behind. So I kept the ball moving and let the defender commit to me. The moment my cam got into the perfect position, I quickly turned and played a through pass. It went exactly where I wanted it to go. I took the shot, but unfortunately the keeper made the save. Still, that's a great example of making the right decision. I didn't force the attack. I created space, found the free man, and almost got rewarded with a goal. I took the corner, but the keeper got the ball. Now, the best thing to do in this situation is to immediately drag your players back. A lot of players switch off after losing a corner, and that's exactly when opponents catch them off guard with a quick counterattack. Always be ready to recover your shape and get your players back into position as soon as possession is lost. Now carefully watch my defender movement here. All this guy wants to do is dribble his way into my box and take a finesse shot. He's trying to bait me into rushing at him so he can beat my defender and create an opening. But I don't fall for it. I stay patient and focus on covering the space instead of diving in. He tries everything to make me commit, but I refuse and keep my shape. Eventually, he gives up on his original plan and goes for a pass instead. The pass wasn't what he wanted to do, and because I stayed disciplined, I was able to win the ball back. And then I tried to launch one last attack, but it was already too late. Just as I was getting forward, the referee blew for halftime. Before we continue, if you've enjoyed the video so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps the channel a lot and motivates me to keep making these breakdown videos for you guys. Now we're kicking off the second half, and as always, release the sprint button. Keep your passes clean and simple. Stay calm on the ball, and don't panic. There's no need to force anything. Just be patient, move the ball around, and wait for the right opportunity to attack. His overpowered defenders simply bodied me off the ball and won possession. There wasn't much I could do there. He just had the physical advantage in that situation. Block the space, block the passing lanes. That's it. It's really that simple. You don't need to rush into every tackle. Stay patient, keep your shape, and only go in for a tackle when it's actually necessary or when you're confident you'll win the ball. Now I've won the ball, and take a look at the radar. It's 2 versus 3. If you've watched my counterattack video, you should already know what's about to happen. This is one of the attacking concepts I taught in that video, and here it is again in a real match situation. It's a little different this time, but make sure you check that video out. You won't regret it. So he has 3 defenders left, while my 2 strikers are already up the pitch. I also have my cam in the middle, which is the key player in this attack. The first thing I do is give the ball to my cam. Now notice something important. My 2 strikers aren't making any runs yet, and his defenders aren't moving either. Everyone is just standing there. So here is what I did. I start carrying the ball with my cam. The reason is simple. I need a reaction. Someone has to move first. The moment I start moving forward, one of my strikers begins making a run into space. Now here's where my opponent makes the mistake. Instead of staying patient and letting his defensive line hold its shape, he rushes one of his defenders out to pressure me, and that's exactly what I wanted. As soon as he pulls that defender out, I pass the ball to my second striker, the one who is not making the run. At that point, my opponent realizes he's made a mistake because my first striker is already running behind his defensive line. He quickly tries to recover and block the passing lane, but it's too late. I immediately play the through pass, and it goes perfectly into the path of my striker. Now my striker is through on goal, with 2 defenders desperately chasing him from behind. My opponent starts rushing his goalkeeper out, trying to save the situation, but I stay calm, take the shot, and it's a goal. And that's how I got the first goal of the match. It wasn't about speed, skill moves, or forcing the attack. It was all about patience, reading the defender's movement, and waiting for the right moment to play the pass. One mistake from my opponent was all it took, and we punished it perfectly. At this stage, you have the options: protect the lead or keep pushing for another goal. His player made a terrible pass, and just like that, I had the ball back. At that point, all I had to do was stick to what had been working all game. Keep possession, make smart and low-risk passes, stay patient, and wait for the right moment to strike. No need to force anything. Just stay calm, move the ball around, and let the opportunities come naturally. and then his defender made the tackle and won the ball back. And honestly, that's completely fine. Your goal isn't to score from every single attack. Your goal is to execute your attacks properly and lose the ball in the best possible areas. Think about it. If you lose the ball in midfield, your attack is over before it even becomes dangerous. But if you lose the ball around your opponent's box, it means you've already progressed the attack, created pressure, and we're close to creating a chance. That's why I always emphasize patience and good decision-making. Not every attack will end in a goal, but every attack should aim to get you into dangerous positions before possession is lost. He's attacking, and as always, I focus on covering space and tackling at the right time. That's it. Simple. And that's full time. Guys, a solid performance from start to finish. We stayed patient, kept possession, defended by covering space instead of diving into tackles, and waited for the right moments to attack. Just look at the stats. He had 0 shots on target, while I had 2 with 96% passing accuracy. Hopefully, this match showed you that winning in H2H isn't about spamming sprint, skill moves, or tackles. It's about making smart decisions, staying calm under pressure, and understanding what your opponent wants to do before they do it. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's your boy, Gentle Joe. Peace.